So when I say the word hen, you're probably thinking of the popoke, right? The female chicken. But what if I told you that inside the water also can have hen? Well, let's find out about that in our little red jungle.
Wow, look, now there's so many plants and animals.
Hey, hello everyone. So recently, one of our top patrons on Patreon, Ingle, sent me this photo. And so I was like, why not I just make a whole episode on this, right? So everyone, I'd like you to meet Singapore's very own White-Breasted Waterhen. And you can easily recognize them by their appearance because we don't really have another bird in Singapore that looks like this. Okay, so although they're legit called hens, they're actually nowhere near related to the chicken. But as its name implies, you can find them near water bodies. So anywhere that has a lake or a stream or even at our wetlands. And although these birds may try to run and hide if you get too close, if you actually quietly look at them from a fair distance, they are quite fun to observe. You can even potentially see them walking on lily pads or whatever floating vegetation. And they can do that because they've got these super long toes that help to spread their weight over a much larger area. And they can just walk across all these lily pads to, help them hunt for food that's in the water. And yeah, so these white-breasted water hens, they are omnivores. And so you can actually see them going near to the water to catch small fishes or aquatic snails, or they will even forage on land for grass seeds, or they'll peck the ground for worms. Okay, talking about pecking, I know some of you are just aching to know, why are they even called hens? Now, although the word hen is usually associated with the chicken, it is actually a very common name for the water birds in the rail family. And that includes your moorhens and swamp hens and bush hens. So rail birds are basically wading birds that live near wet, swampy areas that also has dense vegetation around it. So you can usually find, water hens near places like Jurong Lake Gardens or Singapore Botanical Gardens. And one of the common features that most rail birds share is that they have very harsh sounding calls. Okay, you can hear, right? It's very grating, just like your chickens. So who knows, maybe that's why they're called water hens. And so another bird that people usually mistake them for are ducks, which makes sense because they've been seen to swim across the water with their, fully black feathered chicks. But how just now I mentioned about their toes, right? Well, unlike ducks, water hens don't actually have webbed feet, so they're actually not very great swimmers. And that's why most of the time they do prefer to just walk. But it doesn't stop them from trying, right? And even the young chicks, right? They're known to even dive to evade predators. And okay, so talking about chicks, baby chicks are really cute and everyone loves chicks, but you know what else everyone loves? Drama. And you know what else is drama about these birds? Is when they are mating to make those chicks in the first place. And so as with a lot of other birds, these water hens also have a whole courtship ritual that involves bowing and nibbling and lots of fighting. You want to fight not? Fight lah! And so that's why I just want to end off this very short but fun episode with some dramatic footage that I caught. And it's of these water hens fighting. Okay, so usually when we think about fighting during the mating season, we usually think of the males, right, fighting for their one true love. But as it turns out, for the water hens, the females actually also participate in these brawls. But to be honest, it's actually quite hard to differentiate between the males and the females because they do look identical. And so when a species has males and females that look identical, that's called monomorphism, as compared to sexual dimorphism. And so that's why, to be honest, I can't actually identify whether it was the males or the females that were fighting in that very fun and dramatic footage. But I at least hope that now you are able to identify this bird after today's video. And I also want to say a big thank you to Ingler for submitting that photo that helped inspire today's episode. But alas, we have come to the end of today's video. But before we go, I'd like to give a big shout out to our patrons. Mr. Chu, Sportman, Juno, No, Ingler, HR Queen, Limpets, Muffin, Nana, Silmark, Jelly, Jets, Kappa 885, Ping Who's Master, Jablock, Tango, Amor, Delo, Neko Sama, Uncle Sam, Amelia, Uncle Kyong, Crooked Spider, Low Eli, Big Three Circles, Amy, Stacy, Lul, and Quack Quack. Thank you so much for supporting this channel directly, and if you would like to do the same, you can find the link to my Patreon down in the description below. Do also follow me on all my other social media platforms and subscribe to watch more videos of our local ecology. Thanks again for watching, and remember, keep your eyes peeled because it's a jungle out there, and then who knows, maybe one day you'll see a water hen walking on lily pads, or maybe you can see two water hens just fighting and brawling it out, and it's damn drama. You cannot miss it. Okay, bye bye.